Ebusuya said the American Maunyan in Tiano and then live in the studio. Menya ho kese pa metese Obagan and Mibuko ni say ube do pepe pa meni ewo enkomo twetwe. Every bi abeti say yeah my job is work ne will be din komono empen bebre no asofo mpenifo and na de meka say yenya the opportunity your name one of the youngsters in the ministry din komo na juma a oye esweni wabone homoden na waye ade bebre enu nti enche bia no meko studio 2 na meneno yakwa akodin komo na fe yahwe na brabo mu nsem de eye a baby a wodru ho na menene din komo yi woye ni di ankasa de pastor Samuel Agyei. We associate pastor ewo Columbus Ghanaian SDA Church ewo Columbus Ohio and afi was also Columbus Eastwood SDA Church pastor also for happy Sabbath.
Happy day.
I hope say my designation me ye de nyame say na ye de yenim say pastor Agyei minim say nkro Ghana for bebre anymore on the screens you hear ewo TV so live online any idea Pastor Agyei why my full name why anyway.
All right me first akonya na mother was say for akonya we are what they amame I think say you so nyina need you
right
ti yeti watch so many aje say ne o mama akonya na Mabao Studios afi so me first akonya na match here and answer your audience more 80 right now no nyina no say Pastor Agyei on your why that's a big question. Pastor Agyei okay me mama Margaret Agyei me papa nso elder Andrews Agyei they say ofri mu just last year na yawo me wo ekra bia say e fe no nyame ahene I wo tepa area mu ho
okay
but ye me nyini wo Kumasi atonsu chapter hona me ko sorry from power funders any all these years in me wonyanom ye 4 boys me na mtoso miensa penino di Emmanuel Agyei na Emmanuel Agyei na owo Newtown SDA elder Emmanuel Agyei and the Medina Chinso Ebenezer Agyei bonsu
penino ne wo UK no
penino ne wo UK sisi wo UK and the Medina Chinso de Ebenezer Agyei bonsu da Ebenezer Agyei this one so US and me na mtoso miensa and do try to acquire Patrick Agyei and say ono so composer ono
China say
no enti basically no mi kromu pa e brode kwano mi kromu pa e brode kwano e wo Lake Road side yeah ho na free and Kumasi so na yatena
Oko school in Nigeria right
yes so me Asofu school no ewo Babcock University for my postgraduate diploma in pastoral ministries
okay
yeah hona medical eko Asofu DA school no ti me free hona me ba Ghana me buy before
no shall say free basic
okay right. All right me ko chapter 3 RC primary school
right
Aban school you call Aban school because it's out to you call out to let me even say this my chassis wasn't that good na you hear of you like many fufu ye nam Accra yeah banami home boys are no more turn ye more traffic no na yes I had enough first na me like na me turn ye more traffic
oh sir where you pay
hey oko eduma edum a life kesim hon traffic light bi o de bi am twam bi am yes I had na me on near to polythene bag handkerchief air freshener
whoa
where's our brother yeah right so, yeah fear yes sir like I come from a very poor home Nanyama was tough you turn in terms of dread you so kwa na me turn board ye enti menuanu nyina no ye ne adin because of how our entity rade FM because chapter 3 me wie me call Adventist Day Bantima all am koye business me feel ho na me call Kumasi Polytechnic as I say Kumasi
Technical University right
yeah from then on I me call after that, I felt say Nyakopon for me. Say I have to go to the ministry. And from then on, I may call Babcock, Nigeria. Now, Meko wasn't easy. I know, say we are still going towards the ministry. My journey in the ministry was rough. It was rough. The entire rough. And they say,
Yebebaho. School, no. School, no.
Okay, what is the Babcock?
Okay.
And I saw for Honam Koshe myself for dinner.
Okay, until from Babcock, no practice or Ghana and Sana Oko. From
yes, make us a 5 months.
Okay. Sorry,
Santasi Atasimanso Church, Santasi District.
Okay.
In fact, we buy Pastor Jonathan, someone we and as a pastor we mean to make a beer without not mentioning his name.
All right.
Me buy no frame say bra, I will help you. Although it's a conference, no, and your margin so more higher. And no ma Atasimanso Church.
Okay.
Kase me kwhweso. No, a Santasi District pastor.
Okay. And no pay sorry no back ma.
O pay bi ma me just say hono mo ma me typing kakra. And after 5 months and Rade ebi kwame bu me kete me ba US.
Okay.
To pastor Ghana just 5 months.
All right. Okwa America so ko school kakra.
Yes, me ko America so ma ko Andrews University.
Okay.
So maybe me masters in divinity as a MD.
Then as of no bem.
All right. From PF time, I don't know more from elder.
Oh, okay.
From PF time, you say no more from elder. And you go through the ranks in the church. Now, I'm for who said there is some special abilities in me. I should go to the ministry.
All right.
If I'm really high school now, senesi kawo hwa kame koi.
Okay.
But next can you hontino me call other tertiary institutions.
Yeah.
Finally, me national service. Me national service. Never me say wuska just to go to the seminary, you know.
Yeah.
And as I said, if you're rough, you know, literally, me national service. Can me say I can go to the ministry. To me, finally, me catch me. My say me come masa. I ain't funny confesca.
Wow.
Well, we go and work. And I said, no, this is the time. If I don't go this time, I think I won't get a chance to go anymore.
Yeah.
And I pushed through. My parents, but Sikasem na tough. My father at the initial stages, he was opposed to it. Now my papa and supported that much. But finally, yes, I may have Babcock or more school fees. Now me sika and I say sika my boy no medical seminary no.
Yeah.
Na and so in Drumu have. But I decided say meko.
When we home, it sounds say me ti kroma idea me say is the asofo niska.
Yes.
Is the asofo niska and me check your background ni nyina me say unu nuanom fo ni nyina no eba book academically na mo ye very good. The monamfo nyina e ka che me no. Enti ohwe adwenya nyame dia ma wa nka betimi akosua bibia onim se ade we de nka ube we school be ye was me because me nyesho se wo ko na wadwen ni se wo kwa ba be new opportunity akwa America ne ade wo kwa ba be di so for be so for e wo kuma se ne ade is there so for niska add a then ma we that convince this is the calling into mama responding na
yeah mama quick one me national service no in fact Rade adu mi nte mami Rade boy mami hu omo a omo sambum da ombetimi aboa me ma comfort noche director of administration that time Mr. Jima of na madam for pa ekoni fi kura kodidi nti na ma me national service no ko betimi up baby di match comfort noche now in fact me decided that me make it that decision to go to the ministry me call mo kura ho mo encourage me now I felt say that is my calling. School monkey betimi ay accounting no na ya kusu akoyenin South Central Ghana Conference kwam koyem attachment to ho na most of the pastors anka betimi but now I still feel say a friend am friend me na ma menka be so even bad me decided say me call no I don't know the mommy can say me decided say me call I'm hoping say I don't offend anybody me decided say me call no because I am conference president at that time. Na umfa unkoche se be ya oba.
Yeah.
But you call conference president no. Okaje me say me ko ba umfa me. Straight.
Wow.
Me an kwa manya ma se me kwa ko no. But maame ka say me nkona nkochi say ne be ya ukoba ye betimi Agyei nti the reason what they touch on say ukoya accounting I don't know ukoya adwuma afei nso me a lot of pastors me nya hire nti ukoba me mfa I was so shocked. It was just straightforward like that.
Wow.
It was just straightforward like that. And before then, I have been through a lot. People past scanning was tough. Like things were tough, but finally, in fact, my brother, I'm going to call Babcock. Catch him and me sitting there. Couldn't say, I'm not so to say. I maybe bumpire a short prayer, and I say, okay, say free officer, and you come, I'm an officer. Maybe son say, "Menkwa na se mamenko." Say mamenka say no, enough is enough because the journey has been rough for me.
Yeah.
And you call officer. In fact, that's support him. Me na me timi kura nkasa. Say mpunyo na almost be some almost getting to 10 years ago. And me do am say ma menkwa na se mamenko. Me person me mo din say be am for belenke. Yes. And I'm say ma menkwa na mamenko. Or say no ayedin. Ma me nko na ma me nko o se sameko.
Wow.
Me se ma me nko na se ma me nko se sameko. Asemi fi ma me nanu buy and say what makes you think say you are going to pastor in Ghana?
Wow.
E dey na ma hu say Ghana na ba ba nyame adwuma. Is it the only conference that we have in Ghana? In fact, as at that time had you said is that conference no nko na ma adwuma. Enti okay. We even have more conference. Say hana yem for what and the mommy kawe. The nti bi okazo from ne say bia my boni bi and I say bisi banye. No, I have good record in that conference. It wasn't about that. But I think said on ka say a lot of pastors are on fire. Nti me koba on for me. And I say onyam for mu wie ya on for me literally. Nti mamani ka say na meko. Because me bompire say the mamani be ka bia mamani na determine me life in the ministry. Agyei.
Wow.
Agyei. Ti finally me koi na me kodru Nyankopon ya nwanwade bi. The moment I got there I got to discover say you was some scholarship bi or her school fees na me dey kona it's not up to the amount no. Na me see can a big card to the sense me wie no me dey some sika kakra.
Wow.
Yes. Now mama a little bit about life in Babcock. Me Babcock no not every day I was going through some emotional pains because me now for family go share classmates ni na we me conference president say buy I be fa we see me na
yem fa no da so ringing.
Yem fa no always was ringing my brains every time na boa me. Yeah. E boa me nti ukọ Babcock omo was some garden bi or Sabbath afternoon bi then I'll go there and I'm say ready I want to do your work. Na ka make my account but maybe na yes yem for me. But I would rather be happy. Say me come ministry no me wie as a pastor na me ba na me nya church bia pastor na da me da me funa da kam na omo reading me testimony no me ka say here go Pastor Agyei and I say here go Samuel Agyei. This guy really wanted to be a pastor but ya mfano na wawu. I was my mindset and said that is the title I want to carry home.
Wow.
Say me wa 3 months before send me free Babcock Ghana suffer only be baho and Pastor no boafo baho many be very close during that time or by that time na area so yare no me boa na kakra nti obi o say we see aboam I will make sure say oba ya be foul.
Wow.
And I serve him well. Mami Kawi for the first time. Can you someone you name Pastor no boafo? Yeah. Can you imagine say Pastor no boafo every Babcock abefi no Pastor no boafo mami ni suit. Who they say me city Pastor no boafo dey suit amame. I didn't understand because I'm coming. But Papa I'm just one suit say me na memfa. Wow. Na say nyame sha. I on man tiase by che me dream when I'm say it goes beyond so man with suit say fashion. Perhaps it be Elijah the Nivea. That's symbolic. It's, 3 months to say me kono. One day na me nya call from me mama ho. Or friend no say Sam I'm sad I say what we need US lottery. And I'm say what? I'm say yes, what we need US lottery. Wow. Yes. And I'm say so me nya school na me mra na say what should I do? No, almost say there is a time. Now mamika process quick. I know the time is not on our side. I can't be fast we need me work carefully. be time na mo back about 4 to 5 years ago me call people first year na ye twem na mo from see entina ho no mo twa picture for US lottery madam for me na waka say on the one twa because ni papa o Italy na me media bochi de minimum papa akokra ho it me de metina se na matwa na metina se try say ni pana repeat is almost be 6 or 5 years.
Wow.
Me winning yes I year na me ni Ghana. I was in Nigeria. My phone was off. Me use Nigeria chip wa frame ya onyame and wa ko keep was for almost 3 months or frame ya onyame. It did not me picture action atade echi and I ko keep here and I say yes omo your space is space for near you omo no mo bi ni me eti okodina ho was na na echi kura na ehwe ma me no no just some picture na show atade was you no was ma hwehwe
wow.
US lp and ono so ni me ma me no frame me ma me
wow
and say na me ma me frame me.
Wow.
Inti asat say me free Babcock University no na everything is secure say me Ghana no I will not even spend 1 year in Ghana and my ministry is going to start in the US.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it was rough.
Okoba yemfao.
Yes.
Okoba yemfao.
Yes.
Wow. I hope say unhold be against our software no. No, in fact me said that I don't think so who I don't think so bekai. I don't think so bekai. I don't hold anything. Last year me buy me encounter but man discuss it. And I don't think who so na but I don't think say no name so. Sometimes if you only mo be behavior no so different. Yeah.
I don't hold anything. I know say if they are the reason why a man
e be cry nyame dey find so say be show den.
E be show me dey good. And I think say na pastors be bring so about on for e be no see a reason there. Me no that's what a benefit of the man. Say
America you on TV or run programs near there e be your local channel so e Ghana ha near there. Saying it here e America you say with your age any sorry Columbus sorry kese.
Yes.
Yeah, say Ohio hon one Cincinnati near there na wo na ho baby na woody software et say wo
nyame adom na before COVID didn't hear all these sub Columbus about school urban before COVID no one elder your friend elder Ochre this man nyame shanopa you one of frame and of free producer Samolamti also the Samuel sir Same no free call elders room no say pastor me pese ABB you started this online media program here
right
and now you who say oh yeah o can be the let's pray na di kan buy you know see SD for na ye kwakwotena yeah sorry them no be amfa na empire mra SD for na yeah so strange to me but I said well what can I will still go with the flow and I'm me ne call ye go through na radiadum yeah kama and the journey wasn't easy. Through that, the church, as I'm speaking to you now, Columbus Church has invested about more than $40,000 in our media. Yeah. Just the media.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy because at that time, COVID might, be video camera and this animal. But the church was still willing to give us that money, And before COVID, media a year before COVID. Yes, the Nyankopon fire that watch just to prepare us for the COVID buyer. Many churches they were struggling to stream and now we were ready.
We set.
And as about school no so ebe kan ho. It's about school no so kakra na
yeah. In fact, me ba Pennsylvania na me call baby na Samia set up with you no na bizan say hey Samia na onye ska say oh sorry. I'm say wow.
Yes. We spend a lot over there.
Why there?
Yeah, Columbus and so me call US and so it took some time. Me call school and sana finally. I was hired full time. By the way, let me also say this: I was fully hired in Columbus just this year.
Oh, sir, did I hear you?
I wasn't paid.
Oh,
I was just helping.
Oh, sir.
I was just helping and. I was helping that church and so support to make a crowd, but for all these years, that title was still there. And I couldn't wait to I'll be hired full time in the ministry because that bell was still ringing. Although say I was helping the church, I did some nursing so a nursing degree. But I can't the words cry to you. Me call am catch him say we start chai the usha abucha sofun bebre wa be dey say be fa me say go share another obstacle yes nti pe bibi cry ye kakra nti me call abucha e chai o say me call e ko be 10 years
yeah
na and I me call nursing a year juma nursing grab or even about 4 or 5 years experience in nursing. Now my the worst part. The pay meji as a nurse, as I'm speaking to you now as a person, is bigger.
Oh, nurse they are not so saying.
But I was still willing. So I'll leave the nursing and still go to the
American bills.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. The 1st January for official minimum appointment, my salary by compared to me working as a nurse was bigger than the nurse. But I said no, this is my calling. I will still leave it. So my nursing license is not that. Wow, person of the age.
Wow. Everything for yene also for some Agyei and Aiding Komo or ye associate pastor Ewo Columbus Ghanaian 7-day Adventist Church. Meaning say oko next da structure no eti saying because in him say Oba Ghana had more your conferences districts any conferences near the Ghanaian churches no North America no you know say they belong to conferences in the United States. How does the NASDA operate?
Okay, NASDA now comprises of all the North American churches, Ghanaian churches. Canada is also part of it.
All right.
All Ghanaian churches are US and Canada as a group. Obianso on the conferences, all right. Obia on the conferences, but we have about getting to 10,000 plus members in I president here, Pastor Derek, and we also have some zones. Zones actually about 3 or 4 zones. Now zone is no Midwest zone. And also me executive secretary and so that zone.
Wow,
that is how NASDA also is being operated.
Wa Ghana pen unim said eniema tie ena woye osofo na so benim say youth no any obonde more.
Yes.
Ye kroma no mo no enyenye kra panimu ni sofo ni akola kasa betina boko ebia ye beka say dressing ye kakra ohun ba mo krom ho no mo no said ye conservative na mohono no eniema ye bit liberal no. How do you operate combining and all with your background from Ghana na ubeko America, different setup, different culture, unya culture shock bia saying how you operate kind in money.
It's very interesting because especially looking at my background, I stay in this country for about 25 years. Right. Ghana the culture in US is totally different.
Right.
Different. In fact, the first time I make American class, now Obi Busa question, Nippon reason is left. When I'm Bamanu, was left to ask the question? And you can use your left to ask a question.
Yeah.
I have to me Busa. And there were a lot of differences I have to learn. There was a until literally I have studied the young people in the United States. And as I'm speaking to you now, I'm not just a pastor for the Columbus Ghanaian. There's a white church, Messiah Associate Pastor, Eastwood Ghanaian. It's a purely like 90% white and 10% black. Yeah. And I'm the associate pastor over there too.
Okay.
So I have studied the culture in the country, whole culture, and knew how to deal with the young people there. And in fact, so if you decide the Ghana way of treating our young people there, to go to US and treat them, it will not work.
Right.
Now, yes, answer, you are not being fair to them. Okay. It's like you coming to this country and bringing US values to Ghanaians and impose it on them. You have to see how they were, where they are, and operate with them. And yes, but in all, there are some core principles. It runs across all cultures, and only one thing me in all this way, and we try, especially when I'm in the Ghanaian settings, I try to be more conservative as much as I can. We try to say a man, a coach, and a right. Young people, but they are really nice people. The young people or more dressed. I know say we have some perception about say America for young people or more, but honestly speaking, they are almost like the same here. You'll be very good, dedicated. It be more as several like the English service. Columbus Church. You can see how they devote themselves to serve God, and they will be more so your youth. They will always be like that.
How you do it?
Yes,
because I think say Michelle, Pastor Chumisi. Yeah. And
my senior pastor.
Yeah, senior pastor.
Me so much. And I'm learning a lot.
Said ne man active in the ministry, Yes. And I'm saying, how did you do it? Because raising kwala ewo America ha ma omoni beji nyamesom ho no because here na if you say wo yemu bebre ni say uko raise uba wa brocha obesay ewo nkrofo bebre mo but we said the ni mami enu nyina ye boys too near very active in the ministry na maybe say no Pennsylvania say also for how did you do it now or sorry yeah I think say how you do it
it's not easy. So be raise ma no mo be into God, especially in the United States. No, so they don't know team here. No, you need to be intentional. In fact, question me I come busa ne pain. Now I say, oh man, a wife ate nephew for years.
Okay.
So be obeti many time a man. The reason why some of the Ghanaians man say obi e kwa adwuma.
Right.
Papa ne ko, mama ne so kontina and chronic curfew by themselves. I don't know sometimes a lady, but yeah.
Also for what worry?
Oh, me pacho ma worry. Hey, Mawari pa.
Okay.
Me Eddie patience Agyei. Pastor Sampaka actually. Yes. Me can say you were to ground now over this whole process. I remember the journey. And yeah, me the patience and in fact was supporting me in the ministry. But be back cry me in the bar just say sorry in Timuntina.
Oh, Bagana.
Oh, happy.
Okay.
Maybe I'm the Nico.
Right.
Were very instrumental. Now your man so miensa.
Okay.
3 girls. Penny 6 years. Yes.
Yeah. Yeda nyame ase o baby a nyame edi wedro no. Afa yebetimi aba de enti a oba Ghana no so Dabi mama misa final question. Wo Columbus no mo wo Ghanaian English Church.
Yes.
More Ghanaian English Church.
Yes.
Okay. Enkrofo bi concern is say anhwe ye be kakra no na Nagsta moko camp meeting na just mo de brofo sorry it's not say kwala no e ba no dodo no atwi no kra no ebi a wote kra wontumi nka asem enti no enka monyere mo ho with the tree service no enti yenya hyase with English service a mo aye wo Columbus na ebe kakra minim say Washington for so be replicate we be na afei ebe ma young guys na very comfortable with eno na fe edoso enye enijie na ewo next danum na muko camp meeting na because me ba mo camp meeting na manage esan say kro makra ni say e camp brofo sin twi but ba mo camp meeting na say de omudi twi ya sorry de ya yenti brofo na ma yenkuma toyen pa de mu ye no enkele the next that dream no. In
fact, this is very important question and it has been discussed now before this month last month ending the whole NASDAQ initiative youth and young adult initiative now me present why we are doing that to the whole NASDAQ now mama who we say said that make me 25 years but I am obia I'm championing say we will use English for our young people. Here is the reason. So oko Ghana sisi ya wode mami uka NASDAQ camp meeting a tree throughout. And I saw NASDAQ youth camp ho yenka tree for years. Ever since NASDAQ started no. NASDAQ youth camp yenka tree. Ye you be a brofo. It's something that is there already. Now the idea is say the English service more we will lose our culture no. Here is the case. I'm being honest. Say parents bia or US bia will say ye manu a few crown yentimi mu katwi. Okay. Ye manu a few yentimi mu katwi. Na omo ba sorry a. Wa be do asori na fe na. Wa be omo ntimi katwi. Na ye do omo join main church na. Omo ntehwe omo betina hwa na omo te omo phone so because now because where is in Chemfre Sabbath school now was the pastor what is in Chemfre so nobody here preaching here you see some of these big words but most of them are leaving the church. Most young adults and young people a free church that is what they call for that meeting. Now one reason at Columbus Church we decided to experiment they say okay language so it's either say we look at their salvation than the culture. In fact one thing as you say battle in NASDAQ and say should we hold on to our culture I shouldn't even say our culture our language and lose our young people and I say yeah, young people know their salvation is so much important to us than the language, and the language you know become. Now Ghana, do we have just one language? Why just 3? And so should we hold on to just 3 and lose our young people now? So I even throw this out to them. They shouldn't say, when we started the English service, come on, come send out some slides be my issue, my audience. You started with about just 30 people. As I'm speaking to you now, we have about 120.
Wow.
We are less than 2 years.
Wow.
In fact, the first year, we organized an evangelistic series, and we invited my good friend here, Pastor John T. Boston. And for the first time in the history of Columbus Church, since I started the English service, we were able to baptize 30 people in 1 week evangelism.
Wow.
There is no Nasdaq church. We used to baptize 30 in 1 week. Just evangelistic series. So the impact is we are able to do more. Young people are now coming in the church. Now, Mameka was in trouble. When we go to the church, we spend about 3 hours in the church.
Right.
Sabbath school, divine service, and hymns. That 3 hours, they spend almost 6 days with their parents at home. We come to church for just 3 hours.
Right.
In the 3 hours, a whole night still, for some for 3. Divine service, how can you teach 3? Sabbath school, any hymns. And I projected this to the elders and pastors, say, this is the real issue. Now, try. It's working. Even with ours, we face a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
Our elders
I know.
Man, brand and I understand. They have concerns like we are going to lose our culture. By the way, we dig Ghana, country. And culture is not just about language.
Yep.
Language is just part of the culture.
Right.
And it's just 3 hours of chi. I don't think we are going to lose our Ghanaian identity. And you know the beautiful thing? We are not taking different name for that service now. A Columbus Ghanaian English service. We don't even call it as a church.
Yeah.
It's one church. We have English service. We have 3 service.
Right.
And a Ghana, no, that's so. And I can see say. So maybe I would say now we have these concerns. Parents now because say me man, cabo for 3 e.
Yeah.
2 is either say because one year beka 3, you be lose young people no. And now say you be use language English just for 3 hours and save their souls.
Wow.
102.5
FM Sinadishima was to go. We coming to you live from Kasapa FM Nima Junction. Okay. Messages, baby. Johnny Aboa was say happy Sabbath and come up, Pastor Samuel Agyei. Was say Nyame Israel watching you live from East London, United Kingdom. Kunedu Yawari so say happy Sabbath and come Doctors of Milton Keynes Ghana International Church. Okay, Milton Keynes Ghana International Church. Was say any nebusian for I walk back in Ghana in Tonso SDA Church. And in Benjamin say happy Sabbath Koko Pare and Koma ebusian for one some central messages no a dozen messages no a dozen yebeko yemra NAS Congress meaning say Oba Ghana because of NAS Congress. I'm saying last year, Oba Ghana BCO Papa.
Yes.
And this time round, was I Abebio for NAS Congress. My name say O Ghana no o participate or NAS Mokakra public campus ministry no. Uti abroche di na so hono sign it and a Ghana so saying na. Ghana na fesi NAS Congress mobeso. Okay,
Ghana mi wohanana I was very active in the NAS. In fact, me be NAS zonal president,
right.
Vice president, NAS zonal vice president. Okay, Polly. During my days, until I've been active and I can't wait to NAS Congress ebeba.
Wow.
And God being so good, many this opportunity say this time I should be one of the speakers. Me who say a great honor. It's great, and this year, I'm inviting like myself and Pastor John T. Boston. Pastor, thank you for coming. And let me even say a little bit about John. John will play a major role in my ministry.
Okay.
Oko NADA, or more Evangelism Institute, honored associate director. He's a big man.
Yeah,
he's a big man. Now, even in my hiring conference, hiring. Pastor John Eba Columbus.
Yeah.
Obehu de my ye baptized 30 in a cranny hire me yet.
Wow.
It was no. I was on higher. In fact, this pastor says, "Oh, mommy, 3 months.
Wow,
I'll be hired." That's how powerful he is. He called the conference president and says, he's my. By the way, he's also my professor. He was my professor at Andrews, and he picked me. That's where our relationship began.
Yeah,
he saw something good in me, and he says, "No." He called the conference president and says, "This guy is the top in my class, and look at what he's doing. I'm giving you 3 months. One higher now, I'm going to take him out."
Wow.
John, you can come to the story though if you want to say something. Okay, so John is a very good man. Now, our heart of helping people, especially the needed, and Obia who's a problem, he needs help. No, John Bermuno never move fast. Pastor Chume see a boy, but John Bermuno and never move faster.
Right. And the NAS Congress no eden potina obey.
All right, so I will be I make morning devotions. No, I may preach. And John so will be the main speaker.
Right.
No, Ebekasa most of the time.
And when introducing the na menkone, so we have in the studios Pastor John T. Boston, or associate director at North American Division Evangelism Institute, or some associate professor at Adventist Theological Seminary, Andrews University. Welcome, Pastor.
Thank you for letting me be here with you. This is an honor to be in this space with you.
Nice. I guess this is your first time in Ghana, right?
Very first time in Ghana.
Ghana, West Africa?
Yes, very first time in West Africa. I've spent time in East Africa and South Africa, but first time here, and I'm absolutely honored to be here. It's a tremendous opportunity.
Right. I know the Ghanaian Adventist students are anxiously waiting for your arrival, and here you are. What should be the expectations for NAS Congress? Well, I guess you're the main guest speaker.
Samuel's probably more the main guest speaker. He's the big man. But we're going to talk about pressing on and going higher. And I think that we live in a world where finances are crushing us, relationships are crushing us. And we want to be able to make sure that we're leaving that Congress inspired to press on a little bit longer. You don't know how close you are to the other side of what you're going through, so it's important to not let go.
We would like to know a little bit about yourself. How long have you been in the ministry, and how has ministry treated you?
Well, ministry, I don't know if it's treated me good or bad, but I held on. I pressed on. I started when I was 21 years old, so it's almost 20 years for me now. And I started in preaching when I was a kid, and I met a pastor, my father-in-law, who was here with me, and he mentored me. I thought I might be a veterinarian or a surgeon, and I thank God I'm going to be in ministry and stay in ministry, I should say. But in those 20 years, I've been able to travel around the world. I've been able to meet a lot of people and see a lot of lives changed from the gospel of Jesus Christ. And now I'm teaching pastors, and I also have a church in Chicago as a practical environment where ministers can learn urban ministry. So we're fighting things like human trafficking and homelessness. And so it's important to me to make that difference. I think we don't do enough. We are satisfied with our very insulated Adventist culture, and it's not enough. We live in cities surrounded by millions of people, and we're satisfied if just a few thousand are Adventists. But that's not good enough for me. I want us to be the most significant spiritual influence in the cities that we serve, and so that's why I teach what I teach.
Right. Before I let you go, I know most of the Ghanaian Adventist students are listening to us now. If somebody is considering coming to the NAS Congress or contemplating not to come, what would be your word to that Adventist student?
I'd say you absolutely must come, because when you leave that Congress, the clarity that you have not had in your life, you're going to have more clarity. You're not only going to have clarity, you're going to be motivated to do more with the journey that God has called you on. And not only will you have clarity and be motivated, you are going to absolutely be connected with a group of people that are as inspired as you are and pursuing the same thing.
The central theme of your message?
If press on, go higher. Press on, go higher.
Press on, go higher. Thank you very much. Medase. Do you understand Medase?
Medase.
Medase, can you try it? Thank you.
Thank you.
Medase.
I receive.
Say.
On to say.
Mehoye. Okay, also some minimum say bibi akechia obeka de ache and here say wo say yema ye ni brace ye beboa public campus ministry e wo Ghana hadmo e san say ye nim say youngsters no bebre could university and afi ase omo chi omo ho efi asori no mo in fact me hwe university kase say University of Ghana na me hwe Adventist students me anticipate some be wo ho no mo any number e wo ho na ya na me say ebi mo hihye baby a omo enkwa sorry e ho no mo na start ma asori gya ye ni nyamestri no hyase free enkola no asemben e na obeka e de ache awofo teacher ene yenkola na esuade na fe omo free high school because tertiary. Okay,
Medase, a very important question pana will be sana. Public campus ministry, so we a parent, we a Ghana ni. Say the Ghana they will be a transfer in the Bible school.
Right.
Me I can confidently say maybe a boy me pay Adventist high school am koye. Bantama Adventist day because I know maybe abekwa sorry. Ye be spiritual week of emphasis. A boy me a lot. And you know public campus will say a year secondary cycle and I said tertiary. So we a parent na bibi kakra wo nsem na obetimi dia support public campus ministry a yenye ye ho na yenye na me ba says me who say your English churches e wa hase as say develop. One thing I have seen say most of them will come from all these public campuses. And especially some of these churches now I am praying say we a member say public campuses ministry no ye bibia obetimi ede osika ene wo mo a supporter umayenye. And you know another thing, the future of this church it depends on Adventist public campuses. Because a whole and you been all our young elders here or more about BCC and it's really important. And now Pastor Nimako Eka say they are going to create a fund binti team that's that fund no so eba momo didn't say we will invest and I said the sika ebe support to nebe insure. The chat also and said NAS Congress this year so who team now register your own. But more than a register. Now, maybe Madam will be doctor or say, Cassim Bichem was winning NAS Congress. Your benefit bear me in Sunday. Was the first one, yes, spiritual one. Was the second one. Okay, second one, okay. Was the German chain. No, was the NAS Congress. And he said, we are single. Right. Now, worry. Now we are professional. Bravo. The whole Ghana, the whole Ghana Adventist student or more into we are single. The engineer brother, first one the private in Yakopo. So we Yakopo here. That's why we are single. Go on now, be yet, NAS Congress. Now I can assure you, say you are going to meet the finest gentlemen and also young beautiful ladies.
Also for Medase, thanks for coming. Nyame inshallah pa nyame inshallah. Holy, holy, holy.